We want you to celebrate. Yes, celebrate. Humanity's awakening process is accelerating very rapidly, so hang on to your hats. On the mainstream news you see and hear increasing numbers of stories of large-scale deceit and corruption being uncovered and investigated. Corruption is and has been endemic on Earth for eons, but until very recently all the instances that were made public were of a relatively minor nature. That has changed drastically. Love is honest and open, and the tsunami of love is flooding the world over and over again, and more of you are accepting its loving embrace and choosing to engage with the world around you lovingly instead of fearfully, and that is a massive change in attitude and intent. Those of you who read and channel this kind of spiritual material are increasing in numbers daily, and the effect of your loving individual energy fields is shared and felt planet-wide. What you are all doing, sometimes without knowing it, is bringing into effect the essential changes that are leading to humanity's inevitable and unstoppable mass awakening. You collectively made the choice to awaken, you then set the intent, and that extremely powerful intent is now being acted upon. You have every reason to be very pleased with your progress, and to celebrate this knowingness daily further strengthens and empowers it. We want you to celebrate. Yes, celebrate, because humanity, all of you on planet Earth, have been engaged in playing illusory games for eons, but have finally chosen to awaken from the nightmare of pain and suffering that has so engrossed you. And that, you must agree, is truly a cause for celebration. When you celebrate, you raise your energy field, the field of unconditional love that is your unbreakable connection to Source, and which flows through you in every moment, connecting you all together in an inseparable bond of love, to extremely powerful and all-inspiring levels of spiritual awareness. This brings you back to an awareness of those in the spiritual and non-physical realms with whom you are always in a very close associative state but whom you have closed off from your awareness while sunk within the distracting and very disempowering lower frequency energies of the illusion. To begin to know yourselves once more as you truly are, is most definitely a reason to celebrate. Do not be distracted by the ongoing dramas and confusions of the illusion. Focus on your true nature, love, and on your eternal connection to Source, to us, in the spiritual realms constantly uplifting and supporting you, and to one another in physical form who were but love incarnate awakening together into the eternal joy from which you have never been separated. Separation, as we keep on telling you, is utterly impossible. Nevertheless, when you are experiencing life in the severely limited way that your human forms appear to dictate, separation seems very real indeed. You are all masters, because that is how you were created, and what God creates is eternally unchanging. You always have all the power that He gave you at the moment of your creation, but while you focus almost exclusively on the distractions from your spiritual beingness with which the illusion constantly presents you, you cannot get a full sense of this. And, as physical beings who have a human form, you are limited. You cannot access the infinite power available to a child of God, but you most certainly can access enough to demonstrate quite conclusively to you that you are far, far vaster beings than your physical forms suggest. To dwell in fear, and anxiously worry about disasters and catastrophes that might befall you, draws you down into the unreality of the illusion, and drains your vital energy unnecessarily, leaving you feeling tired and depleted. When you choose instead to acknowledge and accept this truth, you will find yourselves delighting in the knowing of it daily, as your lives start to flow far more smoothly because you are engaging with it by choosing to live lovingly instead of fearfully. Life is an energy field. It is the love that can and will fill your hearts if you open them and allow it to do so. You can restrict its flow by holding on to fear through anger, resentment, bitterness, jealousy, and other similar negative thought forms that damage you far more than those onto whom you direct those negative energies. Love expands, welcomes, accepts, heals, and forgives, empowering those who engage with it. It is the oneness or the all that is God, Source, and you. You can ignore it, hide from it, deny it, but you cannot be separated from it, because you are one with it, eternally and inseparably. And that again is reason enough to celebrate. You were created in love, for eternal joy, and that divine intent can never be changed or altered in any way, so it will prevail. You will awaken into the knowing of who you truly are because it is God's will, and your will is inseparable from His. You can pretend that your wills are separate, that is what the illusion is all about, but pretense is as unreal as the illusion in which you play your games of separation, and the illusion is in the process of disintegrating. The time for games of separation has passed, and the deep sleep of dreamers that you chose to experience is deeply disturbed. Love is nudging you back to the state of wakefulness in which you know yourselves as inseparable aspects of God, living in joy and expressing yourselves in endless joint creative ventures where you align in harmonious and uplifting cooperation, bringing intense joy to all of creation. Endless and limitless opportunities to delight you in every moment await your awakening. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com